Namaste. Welcome to our ongoing series of question and answers from the works of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. Today's topic is Consciousness, Part 8, from Sri Aurobindo. There are various states of experience in which the expression taken up out of the body would be applicable. There is one in which one goes up from the centers in the body to a center of consciousness extending above the physical head and takes up a position there in which one is liberated from subjection to the body sense and its heavy hold, and this is certainly accompanied by a general sense of lightening. One can then be in direct connection with the higher consciousness and its power and action. It is not altogether clear from the description whether this is what happened. Again, there are phenomena of the breathing which accompany states of release or of ascension. But the breath here, perhaps, stands generally for the life principle. It is a very usual experience. It means that for a moment you were no longer in your body, but somehow either above or somehow outside the body consciousness. This sometimes happens by the vital being rising up above the head, or, more rarely, by its projecting itself into its own sheath, part of the subtle body, out of the physical attachment. But it also comes by a sudden, even if momentary, liberation from the identification with the body consciousness. And this liberation may become frequent and prolonged or permanent. The body is felt as something separate or some small circumstance in the consciousness, or as something one carries about with one, etc., etc. The exact experience varies. Many sadhaks here have had it. When one is accustomed, the strangeness of it, dreamland, etc., disappears. It is the subtle parts of the physical that go up. The external consciousness can also go up, but then there is a complete trance. There is not much utility for the complete trance in this sadhana. If all went up, there would be no existence in the body. There is always some consciousness and therefore some self supporting the body. No, the body itself cannot go up. How could it? The body is meant for keeping the consciousness linked to the physical world. In the first realization of silence in the higher consciousness, there is no time. There is only the sense of pure existence, consciousness, peace, or a strong, featureless ananda. If anything else comes in, it is a minor movement on the surface of this timeless self-existence. This, and the sense of liberation that comes with it, is the result of the mind's quiescence. At a higher level, this peace and liberation remain, but can be united with a greater and free dynamic movement. The experience you had of something going out from the head like an arrow probably indicates something going out of the mental consciousness towards some aim or object. Sometimes it is a part of the mind consciousness itself that goes like that, either upward to a higher plane or somewhere in the world around, and afterwards returns. Sometimes it is a thought force or a will force. Forces are always going out from us without our knowing it even, and often they have some effect there. If we think of a person or a place and things happening there, something can go out like that to that person or place. If we have a will or strong mental desire that something should happen, a will force may go out and try to make that happen. But also, forces can go out from the inner mind without any conscious cause on the surface. The vision of the yogi may have been that of some being of the higher planes, or it may have been a form of Shiva. The lotuses indicate fully developed consciousness in the places indicated.